Hello everyone and welcome to episode 78 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, as it is Pride 36. Pride never dies. And man, we're now into the unknown. We are into the part where, Pride FC is pretty much dead at this point in late June of 2007. So now we're going into, we're rewriting history, which is very exciting, and it's awesome to see Pride breathing and going well throughout the years now, and I don't think there's going to be an end in sight. We are top promotion. We're killing it. We run basically 2 shows a month, sometimes 3. It's really just depends on a scheduling deal. But yeah, this has been so much fun, and we keep the fun times going with this Pride 36 Pride Never Die shows. As my God, this main event, Carlos Newton, a man who does not deserve this title shot at all, against Dennis Hallman. If there was a top 10 list of least deserving title shots in this series, Carlos Newton, number 1, right here with this. He is on a 4-fight losing streak, but he's beaten Dennis Hallman not once but twice, and Dennis Hallman wants this fight, so we're going to make it happen. That's really what it comes down to. Dennis Hallman wants to avenge those losses and finally be the one to beat Carlos Newton in their matchup, so that would be quite the trilogy fight. I think Dennis Hallman's probably going to smash him in a minute, but we shall see how that one plays out. And the rest of the card. Before we get to that, though, we do have good pieces of mail. Obviously, we're keeping this Benji Radish one because Benji Radish is still 1 day away from being able to fight somebody, so I had to keep that just to make sure I did not forget it. So, perfect. As Kyle Noakes sustained a broken nose, Luke Rockhold, we signed Luke Rockhold, which is awesome. Obviously, Luke Rockhold will go on to be quite the middleweight contender. Right now, he's going to take on James Sweeney at Pride FC Worldwide 9, which that should be pretty interesting to see how that one plays out. I'm sure he's going to probably kill poor James Sweeney. As Dong-Yun Kim has left the Takada Dojo, as Ryan Bowes also left the Takada Dojo. We extended Paul Daly. Eddie Alvarez has left Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Mac Danzig has joined Team Quest. Jason Millen left Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts, and I don't see his name anywhere else, so we don't know where he joined. We signed Jesse Forbes, a Tough 3 alumnus, as Jesse Forbes killing it right now. He's 4-1. He has been a part of Strike Force, as he really hasn't taken on London Syncade, fucking Tough 1 alumnus, knocked him out, looks like, in 19 seconds. But other than that, really hasn't taken on any big-time names or anything. So that should be interesting to see how he does. And I believe he's going to be in the middleweight division. Yeah, that is correct. As we extended Jose Aldo, obviously. Cole Miller extended in. Kenny Florian as well. David Barron, the judo specialist. He is 13-3 right now, the French judo specialist. Unreal that he's done so well. He's been a part of the UFC. He's actually lost 3 of his last 4, so he's not going so hot right now. He's lost to Mike Pyle. He's lost to Romy Arment, and then Roman Michigan, and but he's beaten, as far as Elijah Harshberger is probably his biggest victory. He's beaten also Chloe Patrick and also Brian Ebersol. So, not huge names in the welterweight division, but still names, so, well, I'm sure he'll be, like, in the 15 to 25 range of the welterweight division, if I had to guess, where David Barron is going to be at. He might have actually said it. Nope, okay, he didn't. Never mind. I thought he was actually going to say it, but obviously it's still very, very early. It's been a week since he signed, so obviously his contract hasn't been really, like, the rankings haven't adjusted yet, rather, as we extended Shinyaoki. Marcio Cruz. Marcio Cruz had a huge win over Frank Mir in real life at Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture 3. I think that was UFC 57. Really just a, expert jiu-jitsu, world-class guy of jiu-jitsu, as a part of a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, won a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments. Hell of a heavyweight. I just always felt like he just couldn't really, the heavyweight division, kind of as a whole, kind of just got bigger and better by the time he joined MMA, really, and joined the UFC. Because, then came, with having Frank Mir, but also having Shane Carwin, having Brock Lesnar, just kind of bigger, stronger guys, but, and plus his stand-up game was never really the best, but a hell of a fucking jiu-jitsu artist, and I think he's going to give a lot of guys in this heavyweight division some problems. He's taking on Daniel Puder at Pride FC's Worldwide 9 show, which Daniel Puder has upset a lot of guys that we have thrown to him. Let's see if Marcio Cruz will be another guy to add to that list. as we extended Little Nog. Seth Petrazelli, the man who shocked the world by beating Kimbo Slice at the Elite XC show. As, really the first time Elite XC is on CBS, it's supposed to be Kimbo Slice against Shamrock. Ken Shamrock gets cut during a grappling session before the fight, like probably 2 hours before the fight happens. They asked Seth Petrazelli to step up a weight division and take on Kimbo Slice, and they knocked him out with the first punch. Just crazy stuff. We figured it'd probably be fun to bring him in to Pride FC. He had a no contest against Justin McCulley, as I'm not sure who actually failed the drug test. If it was, it's Justin McCulley. Just kind of curious to see who it was. He's lost to Ben Rothwell, James Goodrich, it looks like, Osirio Silva. Just some big names. Not some big names, rather, just some names. I guess Ben Rothwell's probably his toughest loss, but he's had some really good fights throughout his career. I think, he's an exciting guy who likes to finish the fight, like to throw some hands, so it should be pretty fun to see how that one plays out in the heavyweight division. As well as Ken Shamrock. We brought him back. Yes, Ken Shamrock at 43 years old, now on a full-fight losing streak. Figured why not? He did well for us in the beginning of our Pride FC series. I figured we'd go full circle and have him come back. And even though he's on a 4-fight losing streak, even though he's 43 years old, he'll be in the heavyweight division, and a name added that heavyweight division, even though we're probably way overpaid him. Still, he's the 20th heavyweight in the world. At 43 years old, he might give some guys some trouble. I doubt it, though. I'm assuming someone's going to smash him. But who knows? Maybe he'll shock the world. As we extend an AD, as we signed Josh Koscheck. Now, there was 2 guys when I started this series that I was like, I'm not going to sign them. Tito Ortiz and Josh Koscheck. I changed my mind on Josh Koscheck, though, because Josh is doing pretty well in the mod. He's 7-2. He's been in Strikeforce, King of the Cage, and M1. Hasn't been in the UFC yet, but I think after his Strikeforce contract, I think there was like a 3-way bidding war, maybe a 4-way bidding war with Elite XC, Strikeforce, us, and the UFC. But he's beaten some names, Ben Saunders. That's pretty much it as far as names goes, but he's had good and great fights in the past, looks like. He's on a pretty good streak of having really exciting fights, so. And, the welterweight division, we have so many wrestlers in it, and might as well add another one at this point. And Rodrigo Hoos wants to fight Lee Murray. He's got to wait in line, though, because as you see there, Pride FC Worldwide 7 is going to be main evented by Lee Murray. He's going to take on Frank Shamrock. Should be a pretty exciting fight when that all plays out. As I will delete that. Actually, we should have kept that, actually. That's alright. Hopefully I'll remember. As we have, without further ado, let's get to the show. As, you see there, Carlos Duda and Dennis Hallman in the main event. We talked about that earlier, but Andre Vlasic and Ben Rothwell, that's a great co-main event. Andre Vlasic is looking to finish fights early. Ben Rothwell has surprised some people. I didn't think he'd beat Fedor. He tapped him out with a guillotine. John Fitch and Elijah Harshberger. That's a tough fight for Elijah Harshberger to make it his Pride FC debut against John Fitch. John Fitch is going to wrestle fuck you to death is what he's going to do. And you know it going into that fight and going into the ring, but it's a lot easier said than done to stop him. John Mousasi and Fabio Maldonado should be a pretty exciting fight as well. And Alexei Oleinik and John Olev Inaboez, that should be another exciting heavyweight fight. And Melvin Manhoef and Keith Jardine, that's where we're going to end out very, very quickly. I don't see that one going the distance as 2 guys that will like to slug it out. That should be pretty exciting. This is a fun card. This is a really fun card. As, there's a lot of exciting fights I'm excited to see how it play out. And then the prelims. Alexander Emelianenko taking on Bigfoot Silva, Antonio Silva. And then Ben Henderson taking on Marlon Matisse. As, that should be an interesting one for Ben Henderson. I believe that's his Pride FC debut, Ben Henderson's, against Marlon Matisse. Dennis Hallman. The Ronin Carlos Doom, rather, taking on Superman Dennis Hallman. We'll go with just how it's read. As Dennis Hallman trying to make his 3rd defense of the Pride welterweight title. If he's successful, would set a new record for the belt. If Newton wins, though, that would start his 2nd reign with the championship belt. 3rd time they have fought. Newton has won every fight so far. Last time they've met was in the co-main event of Pride FC's Final Conflict 2004 to crown the welterweight championship. The first ever welterweight champion, rather, as Carlos Newton won by unanimous decision on that night. As Dennis Hallman's main eventing a Pride event for the 5th time. Dennis Hallman has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. Carlos Newton trains with Team Tompkins, which obviously Dennis Hallman has an overall record of 2-0 against other members of that team. As I'm trying to think who else he fought Team Tompkins guys. it's interesting, as Dennis Hallman, the number 1 ranked welterweight in Pride FC, and Carl Newton at 13 hasn't won a fight since August 2004, that Pride Final Conflict night. And yeah, I mean, I just don't see how Dennis Hallman loses this one. You know, we were in a tough spot here with this Carl Newton fight, because when I assigned this fight to happen, it was based off of just kind of Matt Hughes had already fought him, you know, Tetsuji Kato already fought him, and also, you know, GSP already fought him. Really, a lot of guys have already fought Dennis Hallman, and I was just kind of stuck with, like, well, we don't really have anybody. Then we signed John Alicia, who was going to take on Dennis Hallman next. Might actually beat Damian Maia, though. I didn't think Damian Maia was going to beat Matt Hughes when I made that fight happen. But, you know, really, as far as that goes, did not expect that to happen. So I was just kind of stuck in, when we signed John Alicia, we had to still wait for John Alicia to be cleared to fight. So even then, we could not make this fight happen in time, you know, the John Alicia Dennis Hallman fight. So we're kind of stuck with this fight. It is the most, I mean, I would definitely say the least worthy title shot we've ever given somebody. He's not even in the top 10 of the rankings. But he's beaten him twice. I think that holds some type of ground. You know, I think that shows some type of, some type of one-upsmanship towards him. Because he's, like, Dennis Hallman's beaten GSP twice. He's beaten Tetsuji Kato twice. He's beaten Matt Hughes twice. You know, he is really beaten a lot of guys, not once, but twice, too. You know, and it's just tough to really give him somebody that he's not beaten or has not had any trouble with. So Carlos Newton, I just felt like it was the perfect time to do this. The third fight. If Carl Newton loses, which he probably will, we might give him a tune-up fight, you know, in rings, let him get his wins back, and then we bring him back into the fold. Because, I mean, right now his record, you know, he's 10-9-1, I believe. If I remember correctly, we'll just click on it again. Yeah, or he's 10-9-1 in Pride, rather. He's 15-11-1 as a whole. Not a bad record, but, you know, being the 13th welterweight in the world, and really just the 13th ranked welterweight in Pride FC, rather. I would like to say the world, but that's just me. He is, he's had success against Dennis Hallman, but I think Dennis Hallman is a much, much different Dennis Hallman we've seen in the years past. Should be exciting fight, though. Should be exciting finish to that one, as Andre the Pitbull Vlasic taking on Big Ben Rothwell. They both have finished their last opponents 4 out of 5 for Rothwell, 3 out of 5 for Vlasic. They're both world-ranked super heavyweights. Vlasic's 9th, Rothwell's 13th. They're both 1-0 against their training camps, as Rothwell trains at Roof Sport, Vlasic 1-0, and Vlasic trains at the Pit, which Rothwell's 1-0. As first time they have fought, Rothwell, of course, being such a big bastard, is going to have a significant weight advantage against pretty much all the heavyweights we have. Blurcast stat picks have him as the slight advantage, 5-2, as I wouldn't count out Andre Vlasic, though. That man has a puncher's chance in every heavyweight fight he's in, but Ben Rothwell is a problem so far in Pride FC. He did lose in his debut to Rafael Carino. What's a fantastic fight, and lost to Pedro Hizzo. But he's beaten Marco Hus, Kazuki Fujita, Tom Erickson, and Fedor. Which, I mean, the Fedor fight was probably his biggest win. I don't know that Marco Hus has done really well in Pride FC. Well, not really as far as Pride FC, but as far as a whole, I think he's done really, really well. But Andre Vlasic has, I thought he was going to be a Pride FC heavyweight champion at some point. There was a point where he was just on a tear when he started. We gave him a lot of tough fights. You know, Alistair Overeem, Marco Hus, both guys have wins over Marco Hus. They've also beaten Tom Erickson. But Andre Vlasic has beaten Pedro Hizzo, whereas Pedro Hizzo actually beat, Big Ben Rothwell. He's beaten Randy Couture, Josh Burnett, but then again, he's lost to Fedor Emelianenko, so that is a thing that Ben Rothwell has over him. So it should be quite the exciting fight. He's beaten Josh Barnett, Pete Williams. He's beaten a lot of big names. He just hasn't beaten maybe the top echelon guys. I would like to see him and Simi Chalette go to battle yet again. I think they had a great fight that went the distance on, back when we did 2 rounds, but now we got the extra round. I think that'd be a lot more exciting, and to see how that one plays out. Same thing with Fedor, too. Those are the only 2 guys he's went the distance with. So that'd be a fun kind of rematch fight to happen. But yeah, that should be very, very exciting co-main event. Can't wait to see how that one plays out. It's John Fitch and Elijah the Hero Harshbarger, as Harshbarger has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. Harshbarger is the 9th ranked welterweight in Pride FC. John Fitch is the 16th. I actually thought Fitch would have, and you see there, he has the Blurcast stat picks advantage, and I agree with him. Even though he is the 16th to 9th ranked guy, I think he's much more talented than Elijah Harshberg. He's faced a lot more tougher guys. I think that gives him the advantage. They both have won their 3 of the last 5 fights, rather. Harshberg has submitted them, and Fitch has won by decision. As, this should be a very, very close fight, but I just don't count out John Fitch. He's got quite a good chance. Sure, his fights aren't great. He's only had one good fight, and that was against Tetsuji Kato, which Tetsuji Kato really brings the best out of him, and also Mike Quick Swick. But, he beat Diego Sanchez, he's beaten Nick Serra, Jay Shields, Pat Miletich, Travis Luter, Nick Diaz in rings, Young Choi, even. I throw Young Choi in there. But, John Fitch is going to John Fitch you. He's going to wrestle you, he's going to keep you down, and he's going to lay on top of you. And Elijah Harshberg, if he's good on the back, if he's good on his back, he should have a nice advantage to at least be able to get some wins. He did pretty bad in UFC. He was 0-3, lost to Keith Wilkinson, Wininski, rather. David Barron and Jason Von Flusen, now 2 Pride FC guys. And Joe Riggs, obviously Joe Riggs, very, very talented. But he's beaten guys like Jake Ellenberg. I think that Yuki Sasaki, I think is probably Pete Spratt. Not some big names, but, at least some names. So at least he hasn't taken on some bums, but mainly he's been taking on bums, at least as far as in Pancrase and Strikeforce. Which, again, he's had pretty average and some pretty boring fights as well. That's a fight that I'm a little bit nervous on as far as excitement level for this fight. It's a little nervous. It could go one way with John Fitch really hammering him out. It could also be Elijah Harshberger really being out wrestling him, which I would be surprised, but it is a possibility. It's the Dream Catcher. Gerard Mousasi taking on Fabio Maldonado. Fabio Maldonado's won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. The first time they have fought, Maldonado's going to have a significant weight advantage, but it looks like the Blurcat Stat Picks have it 4-3 with Gerard Mousasi with the slight advantage. 2 guys that could use a win. Gerard Mousasi's 2-2 in Pride FC, 9-3 as a whole. He lost his first 2 in Pride FC, also lost his last rings fight in a title fight against Omar Saliaf, but he's beaten Ricardo Rona and Jason May and Miller. This is a tough fight, though. His toughest fight definitely was Forrest Griffin, but he's beaten Chael Sonnen, Evan Tanner, Young Choi. I wouldn't throw Ryan Grace as a tough fight, but he's beaten him as a former Pride FC guy. With Fabio Maldonado, on the other hand, he's 2-0 in Pride FC. He's beaten Jason May and Miller and Flavio Luis Morris, so that's probably his toughest win. He's beaten guys like Ebenezer Fontes Baraga, Nate Carey, Stefan Bonner, Caleb Starnes, I think that's probably as far as he's lost to Bobby Southworth, Ricardo Rona. That was in Pancrase, very early on now. In Ikushi Manawa, that's probably a tough fight. But he's just had since 2003, all of his fights have been decent. They have not been above decent. They've just been very consistently a decent. Maybe the Dream Catcher can bring the best out of him. I think he can. I think Gerard Mousasi can bring the pressure to him. It should be a pretty exciting fight. The Bar Constrictor, Alexei Olenek taking on the Viking, John Olev NML, as Alexei Olenek, 24th ranked heavyweight in Pride FC. John Olev is the 25th heavyweight in Pride FC, as Alexei Olenek has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision, the first time they fought. John Olev has the significant weight advantage and the 6-inch reach advantage, and he's got the Blurcat Stat Picks slight advantage over Alexei Olenek. And he's got the Pride debut as well. Another guy making his Pride FC debut. This should be quite the exciting fight, though. You got at 18-8, Alexei Olenek 6-6 in Pride FC. He just lost to Mirko at Final Conflict Absolute. He's beaten Gary Goodrich, Don Fry twice. That's pretty much it. He's lost to Mark Coleman and also Mirko Krokop. But he's, I guess Gilbert Yvel. And then, I wouldn't count Alexander Zuk as a great win. And then he beat Bob Schreiber at Pride 13. Collision course, but that Gilbert Yvel fight, one of my favorite fights, one with Twister. He's won with an Americana. He's won with a rear naked choke. But so far, this is going to probably be the first time he's fought in the 3-round rankings, or 3-round rules of Pride FC now. So that should be exciting to see how he does. Usually he gets tired around the 2nd round, so now with that extra round should be interesting. Obviously, John Olev been in the UFC, so he's used to the 3 rounds. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, though. I guess as far as his biggest win, he's beaten Butterbean. That's probably it. As far as names, I'm seeing Jay White, but even then, that's not. He hasn't fought a lot of big names, so, that's gonna definitely hurt him. Probably, Jeff Monson is definitely his toughest fight. He lost by split decision. 2 split decision losses, too. That's very tough to have happen to you, but hopefully he can turn it around here at Pride FC. Should be an exciting fight, though. And then the opener. Melvin Manoff, the Dean Amin, Keith Jardine, As obviously Melvin Manhoef having his kickboxing background, he's won 3 of his last 5 fights by knockout. He's 9-8-2. He's 1-0 in Pride FC. Beat Chris Lieben, which that was an awesome fight to see happen. It sucks because when we signed him in the rings, I was like, man, this is going to be awesome to have him. I love Melvin Manhoef. I'm just a big fan of what he can do as far as his style. And he just kept on losing after losing after losing after losing. And finally got some wins against Young Choi and Shoney Carler. Obviously, Crossley Gracie's going to knock out. Then he's coming in, beating Chris Lieben. That's a tough fight, too. That's really a great matchup for him. But this matchup here, though, I mean, I don't see how Keith Jardine's losing this one. Keith Jardine was on a bit of a tear when we started. He was going through a lot of guys. We fed him a lot of tomato cans, too. Ryan Gracie and Trey Tellingman. He beat Little Nog. He beat Flavio Luis Mora. Then he lost to Ronaldo Brawl. Lost to Tim Kennedy. Then he took on Quinton. Lost to Quinton. Beat Benji Radish, though. That's a big win for him, but hopefully he can use that momentum from the Benji Radish fight to help him out with this fight against Melvin Manhoef, which I think he will. I don't see this one going the distance. I think he's going to knock him out. He's got the reach advantage, and he's got some heavy hands on him. Should be an exciting way to open up the show. And Alexander Emelianenko against Antonio Bigfoot Silva. This is Bigfoot Silva's debut in Pride FC. Alexander Emelianenko has the broadcast picks advantage. He's 6-1 with Steve, the linebacker for Bigfoot Silva. Emelianenko's won 3 of his last 5 fights. He's beaten Roy Nelson. He's beaten Daniel Puter, Gilbert Yvel, Kazunori Murakami. That's just kind of fun for the Brozic fans. And then he's lost to, obviously, Gabriel Gonzaga. It's definitely his toughest loss. Gabriel Gonzaga, bit of a problem, but he's either won, majority of his fights by rear naked choke. And so that's probably going to be something that Bigfoot Silva's got to look out for. Bigfoot Silva, 2-1, hasn't obviously fought in Pride FC. Hasn't fought a lot of big names, just lost his last fight in Strikeforce to a rear naked choke, which that does not bode well for him here against Alexander Emelianenko. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses this one, to be honest. That's how I see that one going. Has been Smooth Henderson taking on Marlon Matisse. Yeah, that is the debut of Ben Henderson. As Marlon hasn't won since September of 2004, but he's won 3 of his last 5 fights by knockout. And, he's 4-2, 0-2 in Pride FC. Lost to Thiago Tavares and Rafael dos Anjos, 2 tough Brazilians. Nice second on Ben Henderson. That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight for anybody. I don't see Ben Henderson losing this one. Even though he's only taking on a local fighter, obviously it's Ben Henderson. You know what he turns into. He turns into a bit of a problem in the lightweight division. And a guy that can go the distance for sure. I'd like to see him finish the fight, but I honestly don't think he will. I think this one will go the distance, with him winning by unanimous decision. So we should see if I'm correct on that one, though, as he's a wrestling Taekwondo, Muay Thai background from Marlon Matisse. As Glendale, Arizona, Brazil, 5'5", 5'9", 161, 161, 23, 24. Both guys no team, minus 500 for Ben Henderson. That is tough. As Mario Yamasaki's a referee, our ringside judges, opening bell, they touch gloves. Marlon comes forward, scores with 2 counter jabs. Does Ben Henderson, there's 2 quick punches, isn't either of them. Shoots for the takedown, he's got a single leg. Marlon pulls guard, tries to pound on Marlon, but none of the blows are any degree of power. He's trying to catch Henderson with a punch, but it's off target. Pounds away again. Marlon calmly deals with him, trying to catch him with a punch. It's off target again. Fires off some lefts. Isn't trouble with strikes. Tries to pull Henderson in close, peppering him with short strikes, but he can't. Now he's got a couple of heavy shots to get through and rock Marlon, though. He's still trying to cover up. Only a couple managed to get through. Has to lean back to avoid a couple of wild swings from the bottom. Does Henderson trying to pass guard? He does so. Fairly easy, too. Got side control. Again, pounds away. Trying to pull guard. Doesn't get inside control now. Henderson throws a couple punches designed to keep him guessing. Henderson fires off a few punches, but they aren't throwing any great force. He's trying to move guard, but Henderson doesn't allow it. Henderson fires off a handful of punches, again, each easily being blocked with gloves. Trying to pull guard on Henderson, but he doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Pounds away, but is unable to land many clean shots. Trying to transition the guard, he can't manage it. Henderson throws some small strikes, clearly just slowing things down. So he can catch his breath, looking to get mount. He does so. He's got mount. And that is big, big trouble for Marlon Matisse here. There's a couple of clean shots now. Now he's unable to take any undue damage. And he rolls over, so Henderson gives up his back. He's got the body triangle, look for the rear naked choke, and he's got it. Wins by rear naked choke has been Henderson, ending that one before the end of the first round. It is successful in his debut. He's 2-0 now. 4-3 will be Marlon Matisse now. 0-3 on Pride FC. That is tough. He's really been the underdog in a lot of those fights, too. That's just kind of been the way you should go. Someone's got to lose these goddamn fights. has been Henderson thanks all of his sponsors for backing him, also thanks all of his fans, his family, friends, and supporters. Celebrates his Pride debut victory and says he's already looking forward to the next fight. As our last prelim fight, outsider Emelianenko taking on Antonio Bigfoot Silva, Pride heavyweight division. A 6'3", 2-1. Both guys 6'4", 255, 265. Some big fucking dudes. St. Petersburg, Russia, Brasilia, Brazil. As Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Sambo boxing. Definitely the advantage standing up. Definitely would give Alexander Emelianenko Red Devil Sport. No team for Bigfoot Silva. Minus 210, plus 160. It's very close to on the betting lines. So, I mean, I guess you could give an upset win to Bigfoot Silva. I just don't see it happening. Taking Nakuma's a referee, ringside judges. All running bell, they touch gloves. Emelianenko trying to move forward, constantly trying to press Silva and exchange strikes as a left hand. As he can't connect the step strikes, it lands the big right hand. Two fighters exchange strikes, but neither fighter can land a significant shot. Punch from Emelianenko fails to land. Silva clinches after the missed strike. He hits him with a knee strike to the body. Look at the muscle against steps. He does so. Look to go down low and grab both legs. Doesn't get it though. Emelianenko blocked that. As Alexander Emelianenko can't seem to work his way free though. Again, look at the grab both legs, go down low. He's got it this time though. He's got side control too. That's a big takedown for Bigfoot Silva. Pounds away, but is unable to land many clean shots. He blocks into the full guard. Some more punches, but they're easily blocked with gloves. Tries to transition the guard, can't manage it. Pounds away, but is unable to land many clean shots. Trying to pull guard on Silva, but again doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Throws a few right hands, so this man just trying to catch his breath. Pounds away with the right hand, so it doesn't do much damage. Emelianenko trying to transition the guard, but can't manage it. Throws a few weak-looking punches as he decides on his next move. Tries to pull guard on Silva, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. As the lengthy stalemate period results in the referee standing them both back up. They meet in the center. As Emelianenko hits a left jab and also hits a big right hand. Silva misses the leg kick. As the fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, neither fighter can land anything significant. As Silva's backing off, hits a weak left hand. Fails to fight home, his jab lands the big right hand, though. Does Emelianenko. Punch from Emelianenko fails to land. They both exchange strikes if it happens, but both fighters fail to land anything significant. There's a nice jab and a right cross from Alexander Emelianenko. Blood's visible on Bigfoot Silva. Strike looks to have opened up a cut underneath the eye. They engage. Dodges the right hand. Counterattacks with a nice right hook. Taking a few gulps of breath, Emelianenko's going to first inning, starting to tire a touch. Using a left jab, finds nothing going down on the big right. Can't hit the setup left jab, but lands the big right punch. Fails to find home his jab yet again. There's a nice straight right hand. Silva's backing off. It's a weak left hand. Emelianenko can't connect the step strikes. He scores the right cross that lands hard, though. Can't connect the jab. There's another straight right hand that lands hard. Looks like he's broken his nose of that shot. There's blood everywhere now on poor Bigfoot Silva. That's going to cause some major problems for his breathing. For Bigfoot Silva, and Dicky Naguma's going to call for a pause to check on the cut. Looks like it's not a fight in there, so they're back into the center. Back underway, minute left. Jab is wide. Silva comes in with the beauty of a straight right. Emelianenko comes in, and Bigfoot Silva looks to unleash some strikes. He can't connect with the setup strike, does Emelianenko. Hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. Taking a few deep breaths portray that Emelianenko's starting to get into the deeper reaches of the gas tank now. There's another jab and a right hand. It's a big right hand, too. If a punch from Emelianenko fails to land, that's the end of the first round. Man, that's a great round for Emelianenko. He's doing a great job standing. Bigfoot Silva did a great job as far as the takedown, and when he was on top, he did some damage, but Emelianenko, he cut him up. He probably broke his nose on the shot. I think he did more damage. I think he's winning the round, and I think he's winning the fight so far. But it's not over by any means. If Bigfoot Silva can have a dominant second and third round, maybe he can sway the judges for maybe even a split decision or a unanimous decision. So we're back underway. Silva aggressively moves in, risking to take some strikes, if that means getting close enough to grapple. Can't connect with the step strikes, and lands the right hand. He's breathing very hard. Emelianenko's looking ragged. Silva gets a hold of him without taking too much damage, looking for a knee strike. Another knee strike. Trying to rustle him against ropes. He does so. Looking to go down low with a... Oh, no, he's actually looking just for a trip. He's got it. Excellent outside leg trip. Sweeping Emelianenko down to the mat where he pulls guard. As now he's fires away with punches. Emelianenko deals with him fairly well. That's a great round for Silva already. Sure, he got him with the takedown. He's not going to land a lot of big-time shots, but he's doing a great job as far as just landing shots to land shots. Fires off some punches. Tries to sweep him from the bottom. Doesn't budge, though. Pounds away, but is unable to land many clean shots on Emelianenko. Trying to sweep from half guard. Again, Silva blocks it. Does a few weak-looking punches. Just sides his next move. Blocks it to the move from half guard to full guard to Silva. Minute left in the second round. Again, pounding away. Unable to land many clean shots. Again, stopping the sweep. Loads some right hands. Emelianenko is dealing with him comfortably, though. Tries to get full guard on Silva. Doesn't get in with the attempt. Emelianenko is just blown up at this point. That's the end of the second round, and yeah, that was all Bigfoot Silva. Great round for him. he's going to have another great round like that, and I think he can win this fight. As that round certainly got the fans going. I didn't think that was that exciting. I don't know. That's just me. I guess just from the oh wow, nasty red marks around the rib area. Testament to the shots he's under tonight. Wow. I mean, I guess the knees to the midsection though, before he took him down with that trip, really did some damage. That's a great job from Bigfoot Silva. As the last round, Silva may have been setting up to shoot, but Emelianenko aggressively took the initiative. A jab lands from Emelianenko, but finds something on the big right. Emelianenko fails to find his jab, but scores the right cross. Takes a few gulps of breath. Silva's now given the first hit. He's starting to tire. The two fighters go toe to toe with strikes, but the flurries ends without any really damaging shots landing. Silva looked like he was angling for a takedown attempt, but he couldn't take the initiative. Fails to find his jab, scores the right cross. Silva may have been setting up to shoot, but Emelianenko aggressively took the initiative. Emelianenko throws a quick punch, doesn't land it though. Takedown attempt from Silva. He's got it. I think that just sealed his victory right there. And now he's got to pull guard as Emelianenko pounds with right hands. Doesn't do a really great deal of damage. Tries to pull Silva in close, peppering on short strikes, but he can't. Silva pounds away, but Emelianenko isn't trouble with the strikes. Pushing Silva away right out while defending the strikes right out of the guard. That's a great job from Emelianenko. Couldn't get up in time, though, as he's trying to come in and secure ground position. Silva dives in, but Emelianenko pushes him away. Another scramble starts. Silva manages to come out on top with Emelianenko pulling half guard. That's tough for Alexander Emelianenko there, as Emelianenko tries to move from half guard to full guard. Silva doesn't allow it. Gas tank looks pretty much on empty for Emelianenko. Out, and he's now stunned by several big shots. 60 seconds. Can Silva finish the fight? Looks like he's not going to, though. Emelianenko trying to sweep it. He can't. Oh, Emelianenko's covering up well now. Now Silva's looking tired, trying to sweep from the bottom. Doesn't budge Silva, and that's the end of the fight. And I think your winner, Antonio Bigfoot Silva, getting the upset win. That's a great job from Silva. He lost the first round, but he comes back in the second and third, doing his thing, getting takedowns, not getting really hit. I mean, the second round was flawless. That third round, Emelianenko was trying to hit him, but I think by that point, he just had no gas left in the tank, couldn't really land a big-time shot. So, looks like we got a split. Emelianenko for one, we got a draw, and Emelianenko. Majority decision win for Alexander Emelianenko. That is tough, because, looking at that, I mean, that is tough. This man landed almost 90 shots. But Alexander Emelianenko really had a great first round, and that is the round you want to win, is that first round. But I just don't think he really did enough. Looking at the third round, definitely didn't win it. Didn't win the second one at all. And, the first round, he did a lot of damage. Cut him up, broke his nose. But I thought Bigfoot Silva should have won that one. I'm siding with Bigfoot Silva on that one, but I get it. Still was a good fight, though. Majority decision win for Alexander Emelianenko. That's a tough loss for Bigfoot Silva. As Alexander Emelianenko thanks everyone connected Red Devil Sport for helping him prepare for the fight, and his sponsors for supporting him financially. He says that he's happy about the result. That he isn't happy about the result, rather. They felt that he should have been a clear decision win. I didn't think he should have won at all, but he did a lot of damage in that first round. You can't, that's damage is a big thing that you have to remember. It's Melvin Manhoef versus the Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine, 12-4, 9-8-2. Holland, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 6'2", 205, 5'8", 205, both 31 years old, kickboxing background. Gato Jitsu for Keith Jardine, AMC Penguin, Golden Glory. Melvin Manhoef has a puncher's shot of knocking off Keith Jardine, but I just don't see it happening. I think Keith Jardine's going to finish the fight and get the win here. As Hideki Nagumo is our referee, ringside judges. Here we go. Touch of gloves. Both fighters meet in the center. Melvin Manhoef misses the red cross, leaves himself wide open for the counter. Jardine comes in with a leg kick. Both fighters meet in the center. Checks a leg kick and counters a jab and a left kick to the body, rather. As both two fighters come forward and engage. Melvin Manhoef parries a right head kick attempt and counters a vicious right cross. He knocks him out! Holy shit! Melvin Manhoef. This man is a problem in Pride FC. Parrying away a shot and then knocking him out with the right fucking... what a shot from Melvin Manhoef. Upset. That is a hell of an upset. 10-8-2 now for Melvin Manhoef. 2-0 in Pride FC. Keith Jardine. That is a tough one to lose to, but man, that is the first time really I felt like the stand-up guy, even coming in on the upset, actually, was the upset winner. That just usually, if it's wrestler, stand-up guy 9 out of 10 times loses. But here we go. He had a fighter's chance, and he did it. What a great job for Melvin Manhoef. That's incredible. That's a huge-time win. As Melvin Mandoff gives the name check to everyone on Golden Glory, all of his various sponsors and all of his friends, family, and supporters. He says he's glad to have overcome the odds and he's being the underdog. He helped to motivate him for that fight. That's awesome. What a hell of a way to open up the show. It's now we got the Boa Constrictor, Alexei Oleinik taking on the Viking, John Olev. Animal has 18-8, 12-5, Oslo, Norway, Moscow, Russia, Sambo, Judo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Abiante Combat Club, Team of Istian. Both guys in the minuses, -110, -140, 6'6", 255, a giant of a man in the Viking, John Olev Enemo. And then Alexei Oleinik, 6'1", 230. So he's got 5 inches and 25 pounds, give or take, on him. So that's huge advantage for John Olev. And I think the reach advantage was about that, like 7 or 8 inches. So that's just kind of crazy. Big John McCarthy's the referee, the only man big enough to referee this one. As ringside judges, giving up 25 pounds. Round 1 begins. As Oleinik looks like he aggressively moves in and grapples with John Olev, as then wanting to drag him down to the ground, he attempts to drag him into his guard. As Olev defends it well and takes control of the clinch as well, looking for a sweep. Excellent outside leg trip, sees Alexei Oleinik get thrown to the mat. So, John Olev has no problem getting side control as well. That's a great job by John Olev. As now, wow, wait a minute. Alexei Oleinik tries to sweep but gets rolled, and now John Olev has his back. He's got both hooks in, looking for the rear naked choke. Doesn't allow it though, doesn't allow the arm to go underneath the chin. He's trying to improve his chances of breaking free of the hooks, but they're too tight. Fires away with punches, but Alexei Oleinik deals with them fairly well. Looking for the rear naked choke yet again. Doesn't allow the rear naked choke to be applied. I mean, Alexei Oleinik's just got to survive. He's got 6 minutes to survive this onslaught. Trying to break him. Can't do it, though. He's trying to pound away, but all the blows come to dealt with. Unloads some right hands. Some big right hands, but Alexei Oleinik is able to deal with most of them. Some more right hands. Deals with them comfortably. Tries to get the hooks free, but again, keeps them. Tries to pound away on the Oleinik, but all the blows are comfortably dealt with. He struggles against John Olev's hooks. Can't get him free yet again. Some big right hands. Again, Alexei Oleinik's able to deal with most of them. Fires away with punches. Doesn't take any undue damage. Attempts to pull free of the hooks. Again, does not happen. Some more right hands. Some more right hands. My God. I mean, fair fucks Alexei Oleinik to not get finished here. I mean, he's been stuck in this position for almost 8 minutes at this point, and he's still just been taking shots. Still trying to break the hooks. Can't break them. As he can't break the hooks. Pounds with right hands. That is the end of the first round. A bit of a snoozer, but he landed 73 shots in that one round. That is tough. As obviously won that one. Bit of a yawner. As hopefully, I think both fighters are frustrated now as they start the second round. Alexei Oleinik gets close enough to clinch. Looks to try to take this fight to the ground. Again, try to pull him into his guard. Well, it's no use, though. Again, doesn't budge him, takes control of it. Look, I mean, just kind of a rinse and repeat of what happened the start of the first round, but he stops it this time, then using his wrestling to take control of it. Again, trying to lock his legs around the waist. Can't do it. Blocks as well. Looking for the sweep. He's got this nice inside leg trip this time. Forcing him to pull guard. In half guard, trying to catch his breath. As he tries and blocks him as Oleinik to try to transition to full guard and half guard. John Olev throws a couple of punches designed to keep Alexei Oleinik guessing. Tries to sweep from the bottom. It's not happening, though. Halfway point in half guard. John Olev catches his breath. Just a couple punches to the body. Trying to sweep. But again, doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Punches down on Alexei Oleinik, but they are easily taken on the gloves. John Olev blocks Alexei Oleinik as he tries to sweep from the bottom. Minute left. Big John McCarthy stands it back up. And now Alexei Oleinik starting to slow down. Starting to get into the gas tank, as is John Olev. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Alexei Oleinik timed it well, moved in to start the clinch, looking for a trip to end out the round, and he gets blocked again, and again, John Olev takes control of the grapple, looking for the trip takedown, and he's got it at the end of the round as well. Man, just complete domination this has been for John Olev, and I mean, this has been crazy. And there's some more audible boos in the crowd. It was the most exciting round we've seen yet again. Final round. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Alexei Oleinik again times it well, tries to go for the takedown, goes for the clinch. Doesn't get it, as well, taking control of the grapple. Again, another sweep. Excellent outside leg trip, has no problem getting side control. Clearly just slowing things down so he can catch his breath, trying to sweep him, but he can't. Punches down on the gloves, trying to sweep, can't do it. Punches again, but they're taking on the gloves. Some small strikes again, blocks the sweep, throws a few right hands to the body. Tries to sweep, but he only succeeds in shifting John Olev slightly, ending up in north-south position now, minute left. Catches Enemo trying to move the side control. Starts to scramble, results in Alexei Oleinik being on his back, pulling half guard. That's nothing really changed. Trying to get some separation, trying for the scramble. You may regret that. It gives John Olev a perfect opportunity to get side control. as Alexei Olenek got blown up at the end. Yeah, I mean, you're winning by unanimous decision, John Olev Enema. I mean, that is just tough because he completely dominated Alexei Olenek. Complete domination. Wasn't even close. Alexei Olenek could do nothing. He landed no shots, couldn't get a takedown, couldn't do a sweep. Just 20 minutes of domination is what that was. As John Olive getting the win in his debut. Thanks to everyone connected to Beyond the Combat Club for having him prepare for the fight, and the sponsors supporting him financially. He gives a show respect to his opponent. Now he's 13-5 as the Dream Catcher. Gerard Mousasi taking on Fabio Maldonado. 9-3, 15-7. Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Netherlands. 6'205", 6'2", 205. Boxing, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, judo. Aviane Combat Club, Bruce Valley Tudo. Again, both guys in the minuses. -130, -110. Should be pretty exciting. Hopefully a lot more exciting than that last fight. We shall see. Mario Saki's our referee, our ringside judges. Maldonado may have weighed in the same as Gerard Mousasi yesterday. He clearly has a significant weight advantage now. Here we go. Maldonado comes in looking for the strike. Looked like he was about to step in and grapple, but Maldonado took the initiative first. There's a left jab on Mousasi, avoids the big right. Maldonado comes in again. Using the left jab, but finds his right cross blocked. Throws a punch, but Mousasi was equal to it. Maldonado acknowledges some instructions from his corner with a curt nod of the head and returns his full fight action, returns his full attention to the fight, as Gerard Mousasi lets Maldonado step in and engage. Lands a quick punch, misses the roundhouse kick to the body, though. That's a good right hand from Maldonado. Blood's dripping from the nose, as we might have another broken nose tonight. Going to be some major problems for Mousasi going forward. With his breathing, having a broken nose not even 2 minutes in. Quick exchange of strikes does not lead to anything. Steps in to strike. There's Maldonado. There's a jab and a body. Left of the body. Left a jab from Maldonado, or from Mousasi rather, and also hits a glancing blow with a high kick. Throws a hook to the body, but Mousasi steps back to avoid it, and he sees an opportunity to clinch. Trying to muscle him against the ropes as Mousasi. Doesn't allow himself to be driven back, though. Now he's the one as Mousasi again trying to push Maldonado against the ropes. He does it this time, though. Maldonado stuck to the ropes, looking for a judo throw. Doesn't work, though, as Maldonado defends it well. Look for it again. Again, blocks it, and this time he instead wrestles into controlling the grapple. Maldonado now pins up against the ropes and hits a couple of short, nice right hands to the side of the head. Smothering him against the ropes, there's a left to the side of the stomach. Using his wrestling skills to prevent Maldonado from attacking with dirty boxing. Again, smothering him, and this time using some dirty boxing skills to his advantage. As he's going to use some dirty boxing some more, but Mousasi is aware of the danger and using his wrestling to prevent any damage from happening halfway point. Smothering him some more, some dirty boxing again. Mario Saki breaks him back up, brings him back to the center. 1-2 for Maldonado, fails to land, steps in to strike this Maldonado. Finds a way past his opponent's guard and lands a sharp 1-2. As Mousasi manages to connect with only one punch out of a flurry, then lands a leg kick, moves in to strike. There's a left jab that has a right hand blocked, scores the left hook. Stands ready as Maldonado moves in. Does Mousasi. Maldonado's off target with the left jab, but hits the right hand. Mousasi misses the jab, hits the right cross. Maldonado attacks with strikes, hits a counter jab, but misses. Maldonado doesn't connect with the jab, but scores the right to the body. He hits the left hand, but misses the vicious right hand, does, from Maldonado. Thought to take it too much damage. Mousasi able to clinch with him, looking to muscle him against the ropes. Can he get the judo throw this time? Again, unsuccessful. 0 for 3 on takedowns. 4 draw. Mousasi. Maldonado doing a good job to maintain a good solid base. 0 for 4. Again, doing a great job blocking it. Remains trapped against the ropes, though. Looking forward to a 5th time, and again gets blocked. 6th time, again blocks it. 7th time, blocks it again. Oh my god, a minute left. 8th time, no. Maldonado finally wrestling his way into controlling the grapple. Trying to use some dirty boxing skills, but Mousasi again using wrestling preventing strikes from being launched. Trying to use some dirty boxing against Mousasi, but his opponent's wrestling skills preventing damage from happening. What a great job of Fabio Maldonado. Completely outstruck him. 0 for 8 on 0 for 8 rather on takedowns. Gerard Mousasi doing a great, he's trying, but he cannot get anything going for him as far as that judo throw. Fabio Maldonado doing a tremendous job there. Second round, Mousasi aggressively moves in forward, risking taking some strikes. It gets close enough to grapple. A jab lands from Maldonado, but Mousasi avoids the right hand. He's able to grab him now. Defends himself from a knee attempt. Tries to wrestle Maldonado backwards against the ropes. So he ends up back against the ropes, looking for a judo throw. It doesn't work though. Maldonado blocked it and then turns to Mousasi, the one against the ropes. Controlled up against the ropes, eats a sharp right to the ear. Controlled up against the ropes some more. Takes a few right hands with some via dirty boxing. As he is controlled up against the ropes, he takes a few right hands via some dirty boxing. Smothers Mousasi against the ropes and scores the left to the side of the stomach. As we move into the second half of this round, Maldonado smothers Mousasi against the ropes and scores the left hand to the side of the stomach. Another left to the side of the stomach. Alright, Alasaki brings back into the center. Musashi starting to have to push himself now as this corner is spawned by urging him on a little bit louder. He's starting to slow down a bit, get into the gas tank. Musashi lets Maldonado step in and engage. There's a left jab, it doesn't land the leg kick. It's off target, the left jab, it hits the left of the body. Doesn't have much left in the tank, does Musashi. Maldonado moves in to strike. Lands a left jab, but misses a bit. Attempted shot to the body, which Musashi hits a jab, has a right hand absorbed on the gloves, comes forward on the attack, looking to strike. Does Musashi, scores with the jab, has the right hand blocked. It's off target, the jab, but connects with the right hand. 60 seconds left, they come together and strike, neither fighter can land anything damaging. Moving forward, Maldonado's looking to strike and stalk Musashi, who stands ready, as Maldonado lands a left jab and a right cross. Maldonado stepped in, watched all the way by Musashi, as Maldonado misses the left jab, but also misses the attempted shot to the body, as the right hand that's taken on the gloves from Musashi. Again, Fabio Maldonado doing a great job of outstriking. I'm sure it's just jabs, but he's doing a great job. John Musashi just needs to finish him at this point to win this one. I mean, this has not been a great couple of rounds for him, as Musashi has a right eye now totally swollen shut of the effect of that broken nose, no doubt. So there's the final bell, as appeared to be going to try and get in close as Musashi, but Maldonado took the initiative first. There's a jab and a right hand to the body. Can't connect the step strikes. There's a right to the side of the ribs. Maldonado did a great job attacking the body. There's a left jab on the right side of the ribs, moving in closer, ready to attack. Throws a hook to the body, but Musashi steps back to avoid it. A little fatigued, maybe creeping into Maldonado, starting to move noticeably a lot more slower. Moving forward constantly is Maldonado looking to strike. As Musashi stands ready, he's off target with a jab, it lands the right hook, and there's a left hook from Maldonado. There's a jab and a straight right. Connects with a nice jab and a right hand to the body. Man, Maldonado putting on a great boxing display here. He's looking confident, shortening the range. Misses the left jab. Misses the big right hand as well. Halfway point, Maldonado comes in looking to strike again. There's a left jab, but misses finds the right across blocked rather. Lands the left jab, but fails to land on the hook to the body. Looks like there's not much left energy in Musashi. They stand and train in the center of the ring. Neither fighter can give or take any real damage. Connects with a nice jab and catches Musashi with the right hook. Steadies the opponent, looking pretty relaxed, confident at this point. Yeah, I mean, Maldonado's pretty much dominated him in every facet of this fight. Can't hit the third left jab, and then hits Musashi to the straight right. Doesn't look like he has much left in the tank, does Maldonado. Minute left. Jab hits home from Maldonado, then hits Musashi with the right to the side of the ribs. As he fails to find him, his jab, then hits Musashi with the straight right. Steps in looking to strike. Hits a jab, but also scores a great right hook. It's a great job by Maldonado, looking confident, shortening the range. He's looking to strike. Like you're about to see Musashi try and get some grappling started, but again, Maldonado was more aggressive, took the initiative. He tries to go to the body with a sharp hook off the target, though. And that is the end of the round, and obviously your winner by unanimous decision will be Fabio Maldonado. What a great performance by him. 9-4 for John Musashi, 16-7 for Fabio Maldonado, making it 3-0 now in Pride FC. We're going to have to give him somebody probably in the rankings for sure in our next fight. He's giving thanks. Fabio Maldonado praises his team at Hoos Valley Tudo. Very responsive to all the fans who came to support him. He praises John Musashi for the tough fight. So our next fight, John Fitch taking on Elijah the Hero Harshberger. 12-3, 17-4, Woodbridge, Virginia, Fort Wayne, Indiana, both wrestlers. Both, Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, American Top Team, both minus 140. I mean, who's going to out-wrestle who is good? I mean, this is going to be a wrestling clinic for sure. Where we just saw a pretty great stand-up battle for Fabio Maldonado doing a great job of really showcasing his stand-up ability. Now we're going straight to the ground. I don't expect a single standing strike thrown, to be honest. Big John McCarthy's the referee. Our ringside judge's opening bell. Well, that's what I get. As Harshberger closes in on Fitch, looking to unleash some strikes. Fitch may have been setting up to shoot, but Harshberger aggressively took the initiative. Throws a 1-2, but doesn't land either blow. Moves in the clinch, trying to muscle up against the ropes. Doesn't let himself be driven back, does John Fitch. Now he's the one who gains down position in the grapple. Yep, looking to take him down. He blocks it, though, keeping a solid base. That's a great job from Harshberger, trying to push him against the ropes. He does so. Got him up against the ropes, showing great control, keeping him pressed against the ropes. Next minute becomes a bit of a stalemate. Neither fighter risks leaving a crucial opening that the other can exploit. Fitch smothering Harshberger up against the ropes. Nothing really happens in the next 30 seconds. They remain close quarters, grappling, exchange occasional short punches. Harshberger waits for Fitch to throw a knee, then using wrestling to turn him around, so now Fitch is the one to get back against the ropes. Big John McCarthy separates him. Then look at Harshberger there. There's a nice jab, a straight left. It's a good jab. There's a 1-2, but Fitch avoids both of them. Quick punch, doesn't land it though. Fitch gets a hold of him without taking one shot coming in. Looking to muscle up against the ropes again, he does so. Looking to just smother him. But Harshberger, again, against the ropes, wrestles free, circles back against the center. Connects with a jab, but Fitch evades the big left punch. Fitch seizing that chance and grabs Harshberger into a clinch, looking for a takedown. Harshberger doing a tremendous job, not taking down. Trying to wrestle him against the ropes. Doesn't let himself be driven back either. Gains dominant position in the grapple. Now he's looking for a sweep. Doesn't work either. Fitch blocks that as well. Takes control of it again. Fitch is trying to push him up against the ropes. Ends up back against the ropes. Looking to go down low and grab both legs. Showing great tenacity. This is just unreal. Harshberger is not letting anything happen with John Fitch. He is pulling his leg free and circling out. They clinch up, start jacking for position. Fitch is the more aggressive. Dominant position now, using his wrestling skills, trying to push him up against the ropes. He can't do it though, ends up being out-wrestled. So now Harshberger's the one trying to push him up against the ropes, and he does so. He's got him stuck to the ropes. Leans all of his weight up against Fitch now. Nothing really happens in the next 30 seconds. They remain in close grappling exchange. Occasional short punches happen. Trying to maintain control, but again, he wrestles his way free, does John Fitch, and he ends up backed against the ropes. Looking to go down low, grab both legs. Again, Harshberger doesn't allow it. Going for another takedown. Does Harshberger this time. Looking to sweep the leg. He's got it. Gets the takedown as Fitch uses a nice Fitch is the one who does the takedown. Excuse me, I thought Harshberger was in control of this. And so Fitch had the takedown at the end. Man, this is nuts. Harshberger's doing a great job as far as standing, but so is John Fitch when they get pressed up against the ropes. That's when he starts throwing some shots on him. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a boring affair, but these two are going to out-wrestle each other. This is what it is. This is two great wrestlers going to see who's the better man tonight, as Fitch may have been setting up to shoot, but Harshberger aggressively took the initiative as Harshberger throws a quick one too, but doesn't land either blow, as Harshberger steps in, grapples his opponent, using his wrestling skills, looking to push him against the ropes. He can't do it though. Fitch, again, more dominant position, looking to push him up against the ropes. Can't manage it though. Harshberger fights it off. Fitch attempts a leg sweep. Can't get him down either. Looking to muscle him against the ropes. Can't move him, as he finds himself being out-wrestled. And now Harshberger trying to push Fitch so his back is against the ropes. Fitch out-wrestles him now. Looking for a takedown. Blocks it as well, keeping a solid base halfway point. Trying to push Harshberger so his back is against the ropes. Doesn't manage it though. Harshberger defends it well. Using his wrestling skills, Fitch is trying to push him up against the ropes. Ends up back against the ropes. As Harshberger stuck against the ropes, Fitch is trying to go down low, grab both legs. Harshberger again stops the takedown, using his wrestling to take control of the grapple. Ugly but effective tactic as Harshberger pressing Fitch up against the ropes, slowing him down, using all that weight, all the 183 pounds of him, dirty boxing each other at that range for 30 seconds or so. Trapped against the ropes, unable to get free as John Fitch. They're dirty boxing each other at that range until it's the end of the round. As the round 2, as time expires, as again, Elijah Harshberger, he's stopped all the takedowns, landed more shots. It's tough because even though John Fitch is losing on these takedowns, he is initiating the exchanges and he's pushing the fight, so I think the judges might cite it to him. I think Elijah Harshberger doing a really good job of really staying up with John Fitch. John Fitch hasn't had a single takedown yet, or besides the sweep at the end of the first round. It's the final round. Harshberger confidently moves in closer, looking to throw some strikes. Can't connect the jab, lands the right hand, or left hand rather, as Fitch is slowing down just a little, starting to get into the gas tank a bit. Harshberger slowing down just a little, so he's starting to get into his gas tank a bit. A tired-looking John Fitch shoots in, looking for the takedown. Harshberger gets taken down by a single leg, and it's a 2 for 9 on takedowns as John Fitch, and then it's just going to lay on top of him at this point. And he's finally got his single leg. Yeah, it's going to lay and pray him. That's tough. Oh, looking for an armbar from the bottom, though. Doesn't let it happen now, as a big jump McCarthy stands it back up with a minute left. Fitch is looking drained, comes in, looking for the takedown. He's got it again. Harshberger just got tired, I think, at the end of it. And John Fitch just John Fitched him. He wrestle fucked him to end it. It's gonna be ugly, but he won it. That's John Fitch for you. 13-3, 17-5. Was it a bad idea to have two wrestlers wrestle each other? Probably. Probably so. But, I thought this was going to be the best advantage to see how Elijah Harshberger can stand with the best wrestlers we have in the welterweight division. With one of the best welterweight wrestlers in the division. I would still put Matt Hughes at 1, but John Fitch is probably the second best wrestler, I would say. It's tough, though, but it's a tough loss. Elijah Harshberger, I think, I would like to see him take on somebody else now, obviously, but somebody that's not a wrestler. As giving thanks, John Fitch praises his team at Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. Is very responsive to all the fans came out to support him. John Fitch says it's a tough fight, gives a show of respect to Elijah Harshberger. There, as Co-main event, Andre the Pitbull Lovrosky taking on Big Ben Rothwell. 10-4, 13-6. This is exactly what type of fight we needed after that WrestleFest. We need some exciting, fucking hard-hitting heavyweights, and that's exactly what we got. Two big-ass men, 6'5", 260, 6'4", 235. Sambo boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, the pit, roof sport, minus 110 for Ben Rothwell, plus 100 for Andre Vlasic. This should be quite the exciting fight, though. Big John McCarthy's a referee, ringside judges. Rothwell has at least 25 pounds on Vlasic, could prove to be of significance as the fight unfolds. Opening bell, they touch gloves. Jab hits home, then scores with the right cross. There's a quick punches in the head, though. And now seizing that chance, grabs Vlasic into a clinch, so then take him down. He's got the takedown as Vlasic's on his back and he pulls guard. Time as Ben Rothwell's going to lay and pray on him. God damn it. Well, they went down. He pounds away, but Vlasic deals with the blows fairly easily. Gets an underhook and tries to stand him up, but Rothwell shuts it down rather quickly, fires away the punches and taking undue damage, trying to get some separation. Then Trickley tries to scramble and tries to get into a better position. He may regret that was now. He's given Rothwell a perfect opportunity to come from the top and gets eye control. There's a knee strike to the ribs. They're going to catch his breath now, trying to sweep, but only manages to move him such as high control to north-south. There's a short knee strike to the head. Jesus Christ, trying to get out from under north-south, but doesn't budge Rothwell. Catches Rothwell trying to move from side control, and there's fast scramble. As the scramble sees Vlasic up first, but he gets a grab from behind the waist lock, and now he's trying to drag him back down. Vlasic has no answer. He gets taken out with ease. He ends up on top of a turtled up Vlasic holding up by the waist, halfway point, pounds away with some right hands as they get him do damage, though, scrambles back to his feet. Rothwell again back with back control. Doesn't go down this time, though. He blocked the takedown, even manages to circle out and clear and back to the side. That's a great job by Vlasic. Can't connect with a jab. There's a right hook. Can't hit the step left jab, another right hook. Tries a right hand, but gets absorbed on his opponent's gloves. Doesn't find the mark with the right hand as Vlasic slips past it. Maybe aiming to get in close, but Vlasic aggressively takes the initiative. There's a jab. It also scores the right to the body. Quick punches and hit, though, and that's given Rothwell the opportunity to clinch. Looking to muscle up against the ropes. He does so as he's stuck against the ropes, and they're pretty much trapped at this point thanks to the total exertion from Big Ben Rothwell. Next minute or so, see each other hitting each other with short punches at that position. Rothwell trapping Vlasic up against the ropes, using double underhooks for control. 60 seconds goes by with something of a stalemate, neither fighter being able to improve their position or generate any advantage. Round 1 is brought to an end as the time runs out. That's not the way it is. Fight metrics. Yeah, I mean, Rothwell doing a great job as far as his takedowns. He landed a lot more shots, both standing and also on the ground. Vlasic just needs to hit a power shot, and really knock him out at this point. He's got to throw a lot of combinations at him and keep it standing if he wants to win this one. Coming forward, willing to take a few shots, so that means getting close up the grapple. That's when he's got to let him pay. There's a left hand, a left jab, and a right hand. Can't connect with a jab that catches him with the right hook. There's a punch, but Rothwell avoids it as Rothwell sees an opportunity to clinch, trying to wrestle him against the ropes. He does so, and that's going to pin. Back against the ropes, cannot really do anything, so total exertion from Ben Rothwell, doing very little other than casual short punches to the body. It's only able to break free as Vlasic smothered. 60 seconds goes by, something of a stalemate again, neither fighter being able to improve their position or generate any advantage. Referee decides the grappling contest has gone on a bit too long now. He brings it back to the center. Vlasic still moving well, but he's definitely breathing a little deeper now, as has been Rothwell. Fails to find him with his jab, it hits on the right hand. Throws a quick punch, doesn't hit it. That gives Rothwell the opportunity to wrestle him up against the ropes. Yep. As now looking for the takedown. Vlasic rather tries to complete the takedown as he's got control of it. Wow. That was all looking for the guillotine though off the takedown. The takedown's complete. Rothwell is on his back with the guillotine applied, and he's got it again. Ben Rothwell is a fucking wizard with that. That is twice he's done that against a lot of top guys. That's crazy. That is a dangerous, dangerous thing in your arsenal. When you can finish a fight like that, when someone's trying to take you down off a takedown, get that rear naked choke. That's awesome. That's a guillotine, or not a rear naked choke, but a guillotine choke. That is twice now that has happened from Fedor and now, and he's also done it to Hugo Durante, looks like, at UFC 57. That's a hell of a way to end that one, and I think I want to give Ben Rothwell a big knock. I think that'd be a hell of a fight. Right now, I want to do Big Nog, Josh Barnett 3. That's going to be in Brazil. And then, Ben Rothwell's probably next fight's going to be against Big Nog. That's going to be awesome. Big Nog versus Big Ben. Look for that fight now. That's going to be definitely a main eventer for sure. That should be quite exciting. Giving thanks, Ben Rothwell praises his team at Roof Sport. His video sponsored on all the fans game of sport. Looking at the replay of the finish, Ben Rothwell says he has a part of the game plan that he's waiting for the right opportunity to apply it. As I just waiting for that takedown attempt. And now for our main event, can a man who has minus 920 upset the champion? He's beaten him twice. Can he do it a third time? I think not. As about 30 years old, 31 years old, both 5'9", both 183. Young Washington, Newmarket, Canada, Dragon Ball Jiu-Jitsu, Wrestling Jiu-Jitsu, Team Tompkins, The Pit. I mean, this is... I don't see... I would love to see Ronan, Carlos Newton, make the upset of all upsets here in this main event. I just don't see it happening. I just think Dennis Hallman's going to win here. His pride welterweight title is on the line. The Dick and Newton was a referee, ringside judges, as even though they weighed in the same, Hallman is, Newton, is clearly a significant weight advantage now. We are underway. They don't touch gloves, drawing some heat from the crowd. Does Newton as Hallman fails to find Hallman's jab, and it hits Newton with a straight right. Can't get out with the step strikes, and hits Newton with a straight right again. There's a weak flicked left-hand jab from Newton. Hallman lands a left jab, but Newton dodges the leg kick that follows. There's a left jab, and then hits a nice straight right hand. And there's a gash underneath the eye of Carlos Newton, warily circling, looking for his opponent. Looking for the opening, he needs to initiate some grappling. He fails to phone him his jab, but then hits Newton with a straight right as there connects with the two left hands and a scissoring kick to the legs of Newton. Dennis Hallman really showing his stand-up abilities here. So there's a left hand that scores with the right cross. A jab lands from Hallman, but hits the big right hand, his big right hand that falls up, misses rather. He's moving in closer, looking to open up and attack. Tentative jab from Newton lands. Jab hits home from Hallman and hits Newton with a straight right. Newton lands a weak tentative jab, can't connect with the body shots. Or can't connect with the step strike, then hits Newton with a body kick. Two left hands from Hallman, but Newton avoids the big right as a clock to stop. Newton wants to check on the cut. As it looks like it's not too much of a problem at this moment. It looks like back underway. As there's some strikes and a kick to the body, but Newton defends all of them. He may have been aiming to get in close, but Hallman aggressively took the initiative. Hallman connects the jab, but the following leg kick misses. Misses all the strikes to come, then with a low kick to the attempted legs. Newton moves in fast and clinches with a look for the takedown. It's unsuccessful, though. Hallman maintains a good solid base. Looking for the sweep, though. Again, blocks it and also takes control of the grapple. Now look at the muscle against the ropes. He does so, as using his wrestling skills to prevent any knees from happening. There's a couple of nice right hands to the side of the head, as he now using some dirty boxing to inflict some punishment. There's a knee to the side of the stomach, smothering him again with another knee to the side of the ribs this time. As Newton waits for Hallman to try and throw a knee, quickly turns him now, creating enough space to circle out. As Hallman kicking out the step strikes and catches Newton with the right hook. Hallman glancing at the clock, looks like he's angling to take the grappling, but he couldn't take the initiative as a punch from Hallman fails to land. Hallman connects with a jab, but the big right head kick is wide of the mark. He's starting to slow down now, perhaps conserving a lot of some energy now, which is very smart. Looking confident, shortening the range, looking to strike. Can't hit the step left jab, and hits Newton with a straight right. Newton wants to get some grappling start, but is very aware of his opponent striking. Lands a jab, and that's a nice straight right hand. 60 seconds of Newton warily circling, looking for the opening he needs. A combo that ends with a kick that's on the legs. Failed to land from Hallman. Now seizing that chance, grabs him into a clinch, looking for a takedown. He stops it, and using his wrestling to take control of that and back him up against the ropes. He's got him stuck there now to end out the first round. Obviously, all Dennis Hallman, besides a couple of shots from Carlos Newton. He had a great game plan, I would say, for Carlos Newton has. I mean, he's looking for that opportunity to take him down. He just can't take him down. But if he can take him down, though, this is going to be quite the fight. Because I think Carlos Newton can win off of Dennis Hallman if he can take him down. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Lands two left hands, then there's a right hand from Hallman. Two left jabs, and hits Newton with a leg kick. Connects with the jab and misses the vicious right hand. Newton may have been aiming to get in close, but again, Hallman takes the initiative. He can't connect with the jab, scores the right cross. As a jab hits home from Hallman, then catches Newton with a low kick to the front leg. Hallman hits a left hand and then doesn't hit the leg kick, though. Can't connect with the step strikes, and it's a nice straight right hand. There's a high right head kick, though. Doesn't knock him down, though, as Hallman acknowledges some instructions from his corner. Relaxed head nod there, as it looked like he was angling for a grapple, but again, couldn't take the initiative. A jab hits home, and there's another high right head kick to the side of the head. Hallman lands two left hands and scores with the right cross. Appears to be feeling a little fatigued now for the first time in this fight, starting to lower his hands a fraction. As Hallman connects with a jab, but doesn't hit the body kick. Closing the distance, obviously looking to strike. It looked like we're about to see Newton try to get some grappling started again. Hallman was more aggressive, took the initiative, connects with the jab, and another nice right head kick. Punch drunk now as Carlos Newton. Now, third head kick, it might be enough as he's covering up the best he can. He's very unsteady on his feet. There's a fucking straight right, and he knocks him down. Newton falls to the ground. He's in major trouble. Looking for a quick arm bar. Oh, Newton stacks him up, though, punches away until he stops the armbar attempt. Now Newton's in side control with like 20-some seconds left in the round. Pounds away, but Hallman deals with the gloves. That's a fair fucks Carlos Newton, he's surviving. Here's a guy who's minus 920, and I think the betting odds gave him a bit of a disservice because he's doing a great job of hanging in there. Obviously, he's not doing a whole lot there. I mean, really, pretty much this entire fight has been all Dennis Hallman. He's surviving. He's doing his thing. He's trying. As a final round, back on the way, looked like about to see Newton try to get some grappling started, but Hallman was more aggressive, took the initiative. Get at the sub left jab and hits Newton with a straight right. Newton appeared to be going to try and get in close, but Hallman took the initiative again. Jab is wide from Hallman and catches Newton with a crunching right hook. Newton moves in and out of range, hoping to tempt his opponent into a reckless strike and leave an opening to connect. With some type of strike, either a takedown, connects to the next jab, then catches Newton with the right hook. Can't connect with the sub strikes and catches Newton with the right hook. He's breathing very hard now. Hallman is looking very ragged. There's a left jab and a right hand. Newton comes in for the takedown. Great sprawl, though. Hallman prevents that, throws a 1-2 combo, but Newton avoids both of them as well. Steps in, looking to unleash. A jab is wide and then lands the right hand. Has reopened that gush underneath the eye. Moves in on Newton, preparing to throw. Looking about to see Newton try to get some grappling started again, but again, Hallman is aggressive, took the initiative, can hit the step left jab, then catches Newton with a low kick to the front leg. Fails the final of his jab, lands a roundhouse kick to the body, though. Can hit the step left jab, then again with a body kick. So Dennis Hallman doing a great job showcasing his striking ability. Granted, he hasn't finished the fight yet, which I would have loved to see, but he just could not be able to finish him. His jab hits home from Hallman and scores the right cross. Newton like he was about to step in again, but Hallman simply took the initiative. Lands a jab and catches Newton with a right roundhouse kick to the body, stopping the fight now with 15 seconds left, like it matters at that point. I think he was looking for the cut. That would be a problem, so we stopped it for really no reason. As now, the end of the fight sees like Newton was about to step in and get the grappling started, but Hallman again simply took the initiative. There's a left hand, doesn't hit the body kick to follow up, and that is the end of the fight. Obviously, your winner by unanimous decision will be Dennis Hallman. But, I mean, listen, I think Dennis Hallman really changed his game plan up. He did not want to out-wrestle Carlos Newton. He just felt like he couldn't do it, so he stood up with him the whole time. Which I think shows Carlos Newton as not really great of a stand-up guy. If that's something he could improve going forward, that would be great. But Dennis Hallman avenges that loss at minus 1,160. Obviously, he was going to win that one, but I would have loved to seen if Carlos Newton would have got that takedown. He just couldn't, though. It just couldn't have. It's not the same Carlos Newton we have seen in years past, and now we're probably going to send Carlos down to the rings just to let him regain his composure, let him get some tomato cans to squash, and see what he can do down there. As Dennis Hallman gives a name check to everyone at the pit, as all of his various sponsors, all of his fans, family, and supporters. The Pride of Welterweight title is strapped around the waist of Dennis Hallman, celebrating having retained his title. So, a critical rating of 54. That ain't great. That is tough. Yeah, I mean, really, the most exciting thing was definitely Melvin Manoff and Keith Jardine. The prelims were really fun, too, but then after, I mean, Sean Olaf just dominated Alexei Oleinik. Fabio Manolano pretty much dominated Jerome Musasi. John Fitch and Elijah Harsberger was a grapple fest. Ben Rothwell was just a grapple fest, and then, obviously, Dennis Hallman dominating Carlos Newton. Yeah, the critical rating was not great. At least it remained unchanged in Japan, and we increased everywhere else. So at least it was a successful show on that end. We're going to give a performance bonus, definitely, for Melvin Manoff. I mean, that's awesome. Can't believe he knocked him out in 49 seconds. What a great performance for him. As that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching as fucking Pancrase. Who cares about fucking Pancrase right now? As we will catch you guys next time for the American Bushido card. As obviously, July 4th around the corner here, as we're at the end of June. It's only, I forget, what American Bushido card we're at now. I want to say it's 15. I want to say we're at the big 1-5. I want to say that's where we're at. So that's exciting. And I think after American Bushido 15, I think we're going to start naming, after, instead of just numbers, it's going to be the number plus the main event as well for the Brazilian Bushidos, the Bushidos and Osakas, and the Brazilian Bushido. So I think that's just going to be a lot more exciting to, and be a lot more memorable of an event as well to keep that in mind. Oh, looks like we signed Dean Thomas. Awesome. So we don't have to worry about that. As we'll go ahead and just kind of look at the mail. So yeah, we got Dean Thomas. Awesome. And I think that's as far as it. Yeah, Dean Thomas. Huge. We might sign Ben Saunders. I'm not sure. 8-4. MFC and Pancrase guy. Lost to Josh Koscheck. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, well, maybe. We'll keep him there. I might change my mind. So yeah, we'll catch you guys 4. Yes, it is a Mega Bushido 15. We'll catch you guys for a Mega Bushido 15. Take care, everyone.